Greetings, my favorite cannibalistic tacticians, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, episode 117, Controlled Chaos. Poke the mech nest? Nah, they're not gonna... The mechs might be useful for the next raid, but they're not gonna be useful for this one. They're not gonna get there in time. Dabaluses and centipedes don't move fast enough for it to be helpful. So if I poke the mechs, all I would be doing is running away from a few scythers, which would be annoying for me, but in no way would be a concern for the impids. The other thing I could do is, Kath, can you call in a lore for backup? Might as well use some of my rep. I also have the orbital Mabarant targeter, but I'm gonna try not to use that if I can help it. So where's the queen? All of my mechs, let's undraft you so you actually start pathing to where I want you to path. And then, queen, start releasing more urchins. Although, the problem is the urchins might go over to the mechs and not over to the impids, but like, you know, whatever, I can't help it. So you are gonna join... Oh, I canceled the caravan, so let me fix that. Wendy is going to caravan and take the Doomsday Launcher. And then quickly patch up those that are wounded. I do have one low shield, but that's not going to matter too much given all of their fire breathing. One of the ways to deal with a lot of impids is to Berserk Pulse, and then have the impids breathe fire and have it become a flaming catastrophe, if Wendy can get close enough. So that's another thing that I'm going to try to do in this fight. Alright, so Marauder's coming back. And Marauder, my mechs are particularly strong against impids, because impids, their real strength, because they suck in melee, is their fire-breathing ability. So, fire-breathing does nothing to mechanoids at all. So, I'm going to have to leverage that. And we got friendlies from Inalor. I don't believe my alliance with the Glitterworld Empire is strong enough for me to call them in. So I'm just going to launch with what I have. 15? No, not going to do it yet. So Kath, continue loading up the transport. And then T-Sang, once you're done with the food, continue loading up the transport. I'm going to need to put more stuff in there to sweeten the pot. So it looks like Inalor is going to be... honestly, body blocking. It's going to be a little challenging to get an accurate Doomsday Launcher that doesn't absolutely annihilate Inalor and ruin my relationship with Inalor, because they're kind of in the way. But we'll see. I'm going to have Wendy also try to attempt to neutralize the vanguard of their breach, which all have the breach axes, because then they're not going to be able to destroy stuff. So there's two breach axes here, or there's a few breach axes here, but most of the breach axes are in the front. Alright, mechs up here, and let's start repairing the damaged mechs, if possible. Doesn't look like the war urchins are heading over to the other mechanoids yet. Might still happen, but not yet. Alright, so the fire has started. I need to make sure that Wendy does not get within roughly 20 cells of the fire, because 20 cells is the, about the pyrophobia forced flee limit. But I'm going to try something sketchy here. Get near the fire temporarily, because they're all packed up here. So there's an opportunity to absolutely annihilate a huge swath of them Okay, it's going to be like that, huh? Apparently, regular Berserk one in front. Let them team up on that person and then try to Berserk Pulse. A big Berserk Pulse. Although that fire, it's honestly like it's chasing me now. Nearly jump. It also might be a good idea to get Marauder in there to try to get a Hellsphere Cannon dropped on them. So I'm a little worried about trying to skip in or leap in to drop a giant Berserk Pulse because of the amount of fire that's present there. So I'm going to play it safe because it is Wendy, right? And just be at maximum range. Another thing that I could try to do is to sneak a Doomsday Launcher in next time I Berserk someone, because there'll be... Oh, a siege. Oh, well, this siege party might actually get messed with the mechs. So, yeah, let me try that. Let me try to use the Berserk, the Dooms. So there's a Berserk. I back up, and I'm gonna launch here. All right, we should be repairing. Releasing war urchins. And they're starting to get in the line of sight. I'm a little worried about this one getting too close. Because there's a cooldown when you Doomsday launch, so I'm going to skip myself out. But here's the hit. Oh, it's God tier. Oh, there's going to be so many dead impids. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, it shouldn't be killed someone times 5. It should be killed someone times, like, 15. There's so many dead impids in that pile. There's 25 corpses. I probably Doomsdayed at least 20 of them. That was S-tier Doomsday right there. I just need to get away from these guys before they breathe fire on me. Wendy, don't use your skip. Just use leap. It's no longer as urgent as I thought it was, because we've messed them up so good. So these siegers are indeed getting hosed by the Diablos. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. All right, Wendy, let's regroup with the rest. You might need to she might need to slam some Gojus to keep her psycasting up. So these guys were, what, 134 when they arrived? And they're down to 132, and a lot of them are downed. So their numbers are depleting quick, which is good. This is one big flaming pile of nasty. I'm going to see if I can't capitalize on that flaming pile of nasty by putting my decent shooters here with Marauder. Die, I'm gonna need to haul steel to you because you're almost out of urchin juice. Don't forget to rearm the War Queen with steel. Yeah, that's funny that you literally just said what I said. I'm gonna send my War Queen here. Because the War Queen doesn't really do much unless they have urchin juice, meaning steel. So I'm going to dismiss, release one more, and then dismiss die to go get more steel. So... Oh, Wendy's... That's funny, because Wendy's leaping in midair, I can't undraft until Wendy lands. There we go. So die is now heading down to be easily re-upped with steel, heading straight to the steel stockpile. All right, this is probably close enough for us to be effective. I'm going to have Marauder choke in a little bit more. Wendy is going to want to stand back at least 20 tiles away from the fire, so let me measure it out. So I'm going to put Wendy here. And then get rid of the other plans that I had. The siege party is definitely fighting. And the Scythers and Militors are going to come from the west. So my guess is the siege either dies completely due to the mechs, or at least gets softened up to the point where they're just assaulting, which is really useful, because if they're assaulting, they're not breach, which is helpful, because, of course, breachers play by different rules, and they're a lot more annoying rules. Oh, Wendy's is fleeing fire, yeah, okay. Really? 16... So it's 15 squared plus 8 squared. Square root of that? Really? I'm too close to fire? Maybe it's a Dazrath. Whatever. She'll flee. And I'll be able to take control of her again. Alright, so I'm allowing them to fire at will again. And we'll start to Hellsphere in the mountain, hoping to splash hit as many as I can. Wendy is no longer fleeing, so I'll have her get a rifle. Checking on the siege to the east. Fortunately, it looks like a lot of these... I didn't check their weaponry. But yeah, a lot of their weapons is Tox weaponry, which absolutely does nothing to mechanoids. So these mechanoids are going to get destroyed, but hopefully they will do a lot of collateral damage before that happens. There's a possibility, of course, the signal chips end up getting grenadiered or nuked or something, as that seems quite likely, given what's happening over there right now. Alright, let's choke Marauder up a little bit. The War Urchins are doing exactly what I want the War Urchins to do. They are completely effective at cannon fodder. Like, Marauder's barely even getting hit. And I want him to get close enough for a really good Hellsphere, because I think I can turn this raid around if that happens. Wendy, I'm actually going to dismiss you. And have you go... hang out. Let me dismiss all these guys. Have them go recover their their mood and whatnot. And then Orange Chaos and the two Scythers are going to go to... I have so many areas, but they're going to go to Area 3. So I don't need them right now. Cool. Yeah, this raid doesn't even really understand what's going on here. I'm not even really sure what they're doing. They're just kind of like wandering about. So the Tox Blighters are fleeing. The mechs won. The signal chip is intact. It's in shallow water, and it's raining and unroofed and outdoors, so it's going to decay really quick. But they pretty much took out this other Daedalus. So the other Daedalus is going to be like a one-hit wonder and then die. Marauder is doing exactly what I want Marauder to do, which is whittle down the raid very effectively without taking too much damage. I just need to get a little bit closer, but it's full of stupid fire. And despite the fact that, like, mechanoids don't care about fire, they try to avoid it, which is weird. Oh, what now? Oh, God. The game paused? That's how big of a raid party this is. Attacking immediately, unusually clever. They will notice some traps. And it's relatives of Udagul, Forok, and there's got to be a lot of them. 200. Okay. So this calls for using the fire trap, I think. But that means that if I use the fire trap, here's what it gets a little tricky. If I use the fire trap, it means that I can't have valid targets outside of the fire trap, which means that this raid needs to die like ASAP. It's really important for the breach raid to die, so they're not punching holes in my wall. And then what will happen is if I close my walls, these guys will go fight the mechanoids, which works. And then the winner will go through the fire trap, which is likely to be the impids given their numbers. So this is the second Impid raid. And the second Waster raid. So I'm due for one more Waster raid. Right? Because it's 2 Impids. And I got both. So I got 134 and 200. Wow. That is a lot of... that's a lot more Impids than even I was scheduled to get. That's 334 Impids. Okay. And then the Tox Blighters, there's one more Tox Waster raid to arrive. So let's try to kill off this raid like as fast as I can. So that these breachers aren't trying to breach. The other thing I could do is... Yeah, they still have 8 breach axes in play, which is not great. So I really need them dead. Marauder, you need to get, like, as close as you can to start really hellsphering, because everyone here is going to need to get out. In fact, I'm going to send the mechs out now, because they move slower. So Alejandro, Kellyan, and Judea start backing up behind the walls. That does mean that I don't think Marauder's going to make it behind the walls, but we can always resurrect him. And then Bryzet and Mass are just here to try to do the most that they can before they have to flee themselves. You know what I just realized? Is the self-cannon... I don't know if the self-cannon hits the remote shield. I'm not going to take the chance and actually just let the remote shield deplete before allowing to fire. That's something I would need to test. So I'll just have Marauder get real close for a nice shot. Okay, breachers are fleeing. Good, good, good. Nope. Marauder, come back. Oh, perfect. All right, so if the breachers are fleeing, this door is closed. That's good. So I am going to send everyone behind the walls, except for, of course, the urchins, because I don't control the urchins. I have a lot of impids in my prison already, so I'm not worried about the impids that are bleeding out. Like, don't care. Wendy, I'm going to have you come up here. I think focus works on Marauder to speed him up to get him back in the walls. Because he's too big to skip. You can't skip Diabluses, but you should be able to focus Diabluses, if I'm not mistaken. It's also very tempted to try to hit these guys with anti-grain. But I think the fire trap should work just nicely for that purpose. So War Queen is still heading to the steel. Oh, no, I screwed you up. Go over to the steel. There you go. The launch is better, but still doesn't have all the contents. We're still missing a lot of corsets. Hey, Nick, thank you for the resub. I'll drink to that. Where is Wendy? Oh, here she is. You are going to try to focus... No, that's burden. That's the opposite what we want. Focus the Marauder. Because Psychic Focus raises moving by 30%, getting Marauder into cover sooner, so that Marauder isn't a liability. Because, of course, skip does not work on Diabluses. So I think that's the best I can do to get Marauder behind the walls. But thankfully, some of the War Urchins slowed these guys down. And in fact, the War Urchins caused the Impids to go crazy, start breathing fire, and burn themselves. So a ton of them are already burned because they're stupid. And I love them for their stupidity. So now the plan is just to turtle up, because these impids are going to go fight the mechanoids for me, and then I'll take winter. Likely, winter again will be the impids, and I'll just use the fire trap to burn them all. What's even burning up here? No idea. Come on, Marauder. Come inside. You know what? Don't make medicine, please. I'm gonna start rearming dye. This is so spicy. I was kind of wondering if there was any downed wasters over here. There's one. But because she's 49 years old and dead in an hour. Oh, you're a hussar. Damn. Damn. I would have liked a hussar. I will attempt that. As crazy as that is. Can I get there in an hour? Maybe? Wait, didn't I set to launch Wendy? Wendy, just go straight to the pod. What I really want a hussar is one of the gene packs I don't have yet. Unstoppable would be really nice for my brawlers, so they don't get staggered. But great shooting I don't have, and I really want great shooting, so that I can actually have some capable shooters in the colony. So I'm going to try to get that hussar if I can. Don't bother unloading your inventory. Just go straight to the pod. There's no time to waste. Hang in there, hussar. Don't bleed out just yet. Hussar, you will get the royal... Well, actually, Bryzit, you get this bedroom, because you're going to become a praetor soon enough. And then the hussar will get this one. That's not my home zone. .9 hours, yep. With time to spare. Now don't stand up. Whatever you do, don't stand up. Because, yeah, Wendy would kill you in a punch. And I just spent a bunch of steel and components trying to capture you, plus I spent some hemogen. So here are my war urchins doing what the war urchins do best, which is soak up damage. But I do have scythers, militors, and they're not mine, but, you know, I'm borrowing them. Oh, okay, it turned around. One of the scythers started to attack a steel door. And then there should be a Diabolus over here as well. It's damaged, so it's probably fallen behind. Where is it? I'm going to go to the numbers, enemies tab. There's a lot of enemies on the map tile right now. I don't see the Diabolus, but I didn't get a notification. Oh, there it is. There it is. And then there's, of course, this Diabolus, but I don't think it's going to be able to do very much because it's so damaged from fighting the Wasters. Wendy, go this way. she was trying to enter the base of this door. I don't think that's not a wise move. So, Bryzit, you are waiting for... Why are you in the hospital? Just to recover? I guess a hospital bed is faster recovery than a normal bed, so that's fine. And at the moment, I'm just turtled up. I wouldn't mind if Wendy was home to try to hit these impids with another antigrain, but actually just like traditional regular old shells might be fine. So let's do that. Mass is a pretty capable shooter, so I'm going to have Mass man this steel mortar and just try to lob regular shells. Impids are particularly weak. You know, they're very easy to wound because they have slow wound healing, and they're not tough like a lot of the other species. So just wounding them like that could be pretty effective. The other thing is, once the impids and the mechs win, probably the impids win, I'm going to need to start turning on my my firebox. Can shells travel through mountains? Yeah, because it goes over. You know, it's artillery. That's no problem at all. Rise it. I might have you man another mortar too. Rise it's shooting is what, 12? 9? 10 is average, so it's close enough. Yeah, when you lob shots like that, there's a chance that it hits a mountain and gets negated, but like it's just a shell. It's steel and some chem fuel. It's not expensive. So, I'll try it. Might be a bit of a Hail Mary, but whatever. It's fine by me. Alright, so don't hold fire and set target somewhere in there. Wendy's almost in the walls. Almost. Game's running a little slow because there's kind of a lot of stuff happening. Oh, wow. They really just moved. I'm going to have Mass potentially pick a new target. Just aim for a crowd, and you're likely to hit something useful. Okay, and we got a Hussar. I'm excited about the Hussar. Definitely gonna get my scans on. Build a roof. Prison is almost ready to get furnished. Alright, Bryzit might need to go get some R&R, some sleep. Did we already launch a shell? Nope. Oh, I think here comes the wasters. No, friendlies. Just random friendlies. I didn't even ask them to show up. From Amtas. Nice. So there's 45 in the west, 51 in the southwest, and 45 in the northwest. Awesome. That makes my life easier. Certainly a whole lot easier. So here's that shell that I tried to launch. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That is wonderful. Look at all those corpses. That is like 10 corpses from one shell. That is what I am talking about. I'll drink to that. War Queen still needs more steel. So I'll have T-Sang start Hollendor. I'm really gonna need to kill these guys. Who's close? Frosty, you're a melee. You're probably just gonna straight up kill Diogenes, but that's deserved. No, he survived. Hey, look at that. How's your health? Yeah, you should still be bed resting. How is his health? You cut his leg off. Good. One more leg and he won't be a problem anymore. Alright, Mass is ready to fire next shot, so let's set force target for this crowd here, because that looks like a good spot to shoot. Yeah, might not need to fight the raid. I mean, we still have wasters coming in at some point. Hey, Tusky. But this raid is definitely being managed pretty effectively. And fire. Come on, be a good shot. It's off a little bit, I can already tell. It still worked. Alright, Evie, you are important, so I am going to peg leg both legs and then remove the peg legs so that you cannot be annoying, but immediately what I'm going to do is to extract your genes, and then I'll do that. I really want... I don't get a lot of Hussars, so I need to make sure that I manage the Hussar. But because I don't want to override their... Oh man, I do not like you standing there. I don't want to override their xenogenes, I have to make sure that they can't walk. That's the way to manage them. Yes, my third Hussar ever, exactly. They're pretty rare. T saying, you still... No, you stopped. I wish I could shift. Oh, no, I can? Alright. Let's queue up a bunch of filling up diamond. Making sure that we have plenty of urchins. They do tend to die in prison breaks? That they do. So we'll try to take care of Evie so she doesn't. Once she's out of the extractor, I'll make sure to remove some legs. Mass, where are you firing next? Center Mass. Cool. Wendy, you eat a meal and then you're going to hop on mortars, because I've been enjoying these mortars. Oh, the crowd's dissipating. I might be able to aim actually there instead. It's not too late. Still aiming. So this group probably won't move around a lot because they're facing opposition. So this is a pretty stable front line. So we'll try to hit that. It's a miracle that one even survived. I know, right? 1 hour left to live, bleeding out, and I like transport potted myself and coagulated just to catch the Hussar. That's how important they are for at least xenogenes. For germline genes, Hussars are useless, but xenogenes, that's a different matter. I could also egg extract her. She is 49 years old, so if I wanted Hussar or baseliner eggs, that would be a possibility. So is this shell? Nope, still aiming. There goes the Daedalus. Killed by my friendlies. So let's mark down where the signal chips are. So there's a signal chip there, and a signal chip here. This one is decaying quick. It's already decayed 9% since it went down. So I'm going to need to get out there rapidly once things calm down. And Mass is aiming for a launch. Still, I think where I had picked is a good target. I believe in you, Mass. Cause mass destruction. It looks too west. Yep, far too west. Fire has a growth moment. Body purist. Oh, you're not going to fit in well. Is Rhizit cap for basic gestation? Yes. 6. So these would be gestation for mass or for low, depending on what we're doing with low. I mean, low is the worker bot mechanator, but worker bots do die, so I don't think it's important, but, you know, it's a possibility. Wendy, I'm going to have you hop on the mortars. Oh, actually, no. Pray. I'd rather have the psi focus. I mean, that's a weapon in its own right. Die. You're half full of steel. So, 75 more, please. 150. 225, 300. I didn't shell you. No, how am I responsible for that? I wasn't the one that killed you. I'm Tuss. Sending backup and then complaining that their backups are getting killed. It's like, kind of not my fault. He's saying, come on. Wendy, how many people have you seen die? Not many. Although they're impids. I don't want to mess with impids with Wendy because impids can catch her on fire pretty easily, and that's pretty damning for a vampire to catch fire. So I'll have her sit it out. Did I shell you? No. I'm just getting blamed. Cool. It's not really a target-rich environment anymore, but whatever. I'll probably miss. I might have hit one. Nope. Nope. No, I didn't even hit one. Alright, Mass, you're retired. Let's prep these mortars to fire, but then not fire them. Just rearm them. Hey, Clownshires, thank you for the gifted sub. Oh, there we go. They're fleeing. That is a lot of damage. Low, I'm going to temporarily unrestrict you and send you here for that signal chip. And Chimic, going to do the same for this signal chip. Two sort of more important items on the map tile that I want to lock down. The rest be damned, but those are high priority. Could I get a corpse count after they leave? Yeah. Right now, there's 500 corpses on this map tile. And that number might go up. Because there are people that are bleeding out. How many impid prisoners do I have? 1, 2, 3... No. 3... I could use a few more impid prisoners. 4, maybe? One, 2, 3. I wish it would show, like, I wish it would show, race here. Maybe 4? Can I rescue the relationship? That's a good question. Let's see. I think the relationship was to prisoners, though, not to colonists. So they're not. It's not a relationship I think I care about. Seov, Zech, or Vavin? I don't see down to people with that name. I think before I bring in new prisoners, I need to start processing the prisoners I already have. Rogi, haul to the rip scanner. I need to start rip scanning the prisoners that I've already taken organs from. There's a lot of potential allies for me to rescue from this raid for, like, rep. So I could try that as well. Because a lot of them are really convenient to get to. Like Coyote here, who's really not that far. So Frosty and Bryzit, get out of the beds. Rescue Coyote. And I'll find someone else. Mitty. Rescue. Boy, is there a lot of corpses. Mega Scarab. There are some impids. Maybe I'll also capture an impid or two. I wouldn't mind. Make sure that I have 6. I basically want 6 impids. If you bear with me for a second, I'm actually going to take inventory of my impids. Which will take a minute because, you know, prison population is pretty full. So Kazanov is definitely an impid? Yes. So 1. Forok is an impid. Let me double check. 2. Jizz is an impid. Yep. 3. Marok is an impid. That'd be 4. And I think those are my only impids. So I'd like 2 female impids. Oh, it has a column for race. That'd be. Oh yeah, it does. Oh well, they're all human. Good job, numbers. Good job. Nice try. Well, that's freaking useless. Xenogenes is gonna help me. So, germline genes? Yeah, I can kind of see impids this way. Because I can look at, like, yellow, pale skin. I guess. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mojin, you're an impid too? Okay, hold on. Let me find you in this screen. You must be. Yeah, you're an impid too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 impids. So I want 1. I want 1 more. Man, that's so funny that it includes a column for race that just, like, straight up doesn't work. I mean, technically they're humanoid, I guess. Numbers can't see race. Yeah, only can see numbers. That's fair. I wonder if there's another column here. Like, abilities. Do they fire spray? Yeah, here's a quick way to see impids. I mean, it's obviously not going to be helpful for other races, but, like, there's my impids. I guess. So 1 more female. Oh, and of those impids that I have, let me sort by germline genes. That helps. So here's the 5. I also want to see their age. So sorting by germline genes. None of these impids are about to age out of egg harvest, so I don't need to replace them that way. Cool. So I need one more. Cheese. That cheers sounded like cheese. But cheers. That's what I was trying to say. Wendy, so let's go capture one more impy. Here's one. I think she's just gonna, like, head towards them and then, like, pick whoever's alive and of the right gender and age. Oh, here? Oh, no, you're male. Darn. She might not get here in time. They're very cold and bleeding out. There's a few in this cluster, though, that might be capturable. Breach. Really? You had to be Breach. With a Doomsday Launcher. Well, Chimmick, I think you're turning around now. Because otherwise you're going to die. Wendy, you were not going to get the prisoner that I wanted you to get. Here's a female impid who's right next to the wall. So, Midi, you're going to capture Joel Rov. Mex, I guess I'm red again. Back to raiding. Converge here. Wendy's going to come intercept with Berserk to try to get these guys to ideally throw frag grenades and doomsday themselves. Mass, you're already on the mortar. Might as well just, like, let loose and try to hit one. So aim for center cluster. Aim for the dude with the Doomsday Launcher, or dudette. And then Wendy's gonna go try to mess with them. This is the last raid, yeah. This is the... So if we check the history graph... Oh my god, that's all stacked. I can't even... It's not even a bubble. It's a inchworm of a raid. But yeah, I think this is the 5th raid. I guess we can go to messages. So we've got Tox. Wait. Oh no, here's Tox. Imp. So that is correct. Will they attack immediately? Breachers always attack immediately. I believe. They never plan. Breachers and sappers always attack immediately. Is that true? I think it is. Unfortunately, I have friendlies that are like, it's too cold and they're leaving. Are you gonna survive 7 hours? Yeah, you might survive. Yeah, ooh! Well, it hit 2. Could be worse. Luckily, the mechs were also pretty close. Mass just switch mortars because the other one's already prepped, and aim for someone new. Pods have arrived with the heal serum and uranium because I have resolved the impid quest. Yeah, here's the impid quest. So 3 heal serum and almost 900 uranium. All my allies are leaving because it's cold. Yep. Rise it. Let's have you do some drugs. I need you in this fight. Shuttle has arrived for Alyssa, which is the Tox quest. let me fix this so I can haul her off. Here we go. And Wendy's almost at the front, ready to berserk the front runners. So Bryzit was heading to Coyote, so I'm going to need to send, if I want to rescue Coyote. Oh, did Coyote get up? Coyote might... Oh no, Coyote's still on the ground. Bryzit's in too bad of a mood, so... T-Sang's gonna go rescue Coyote. Wendy, hurry up. It's there at the walls. Do you have to sub to watch old Zomboid streams? No, all my content is on YouTube. So just look up Rhadamant on YouTube and you'll find me. No need to sub. I mean, you can if you want, but like, it's not required. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is take the heat off of Wendy so that she can do this. Oh yeah. So where's the Doomer? That's the one I really have to worry about. I think he's she is way behind. Cool. Alright, so one more regular berserk, just so that Wendy doesn't take aggro. I'll give it to you. Do not fire at will, because I don't need you tied up in long cooldowns. Mass is... Have you fired? No. Okay. Mass, you get over here. Alright, so a nice Berserk Pulse. Jadea, you pull back. Well, thank you for the sub anyway. I appreciate it. Again, you didn't need to, but, you know. But thank you. So I'm having Jadea pull back because I don't want Jadea's shield to trigger trigger Marauder's explosions. And then Yolanda is about to let loose a Doomsday Launch, as long as the Berserkers stay alive, whoever she's targeting. So I really... Oh, yeah, it happened. Perfect. This is going to cause a lot of collateral damage. Delicious. 100% what I wanted to happen. So this Combat Shotgunner, I'm just going to send over here. Berserked. And then Marauder is ready to go, dropping his own souped up damage. Jadea, you stay back there, because you need to be out of this fight. But Chimik, you get to prove yourself, and then the others are going to come out to help Wendy clean this up. Wendy, how close are you to the fire? Okay, you're more than 20 cells, I think. And I would like to capture some wasters, if possible. Here's a female waster. In fact, as soon as I have the cooldown for skip, I'm going to pull Blaster out of that fight and abduct her. Oh, that did nothing. It was like a misfire. Chimik's getting gassed. Actually, are you immune to gas? No. Let's get you out of the gas. Whoa! Low! Oh god. I did not know you were coming in from this angle. Because you were hauling or something. Alright, get you out of there. Good kill, Chimik. So finally, the other Mechanitor, Mass is close enough that I can start issuing individual orders. Oh, a dirt mole. Hold on. Marauder, don't do that. I don't have a lot of dirt moles, especially not female dirt moles, so this female dirt mole is... Really, Wendy? She skipped the dirt mole and just, like, stuck her fist through her torso and killed her immediately upon arrival. Wendy, your bloodlust. It is causing harm to the breeding project. Don't kill the dirt moles. Ugh. That was ridiculous. What? How did you kill her? Hold on, I need to look at these logs. Yeah, you slammed her arm off. Did you rip her? No, she still has her arm, but you basically just annihilated her upon arrival, and ruined my chance to capture the dirt mole that I wanted. Like, for real, please quit it, because I want the dirt moles. So who do we have out here? Waster, Baseliner. Okay, we have a Hussar. We have a Hussar in play. Thorgron, or whatever they are. Bryzit, are you? No, Bryzit took a knee for this fight. So this one I want to capture. Then we have a downed Waster that I want to capture. Huh, Buffy. Also a Hussar. So there's a lot of Hussars in this fight. So there's a lot of potential for Hussar prisoners, which would be ideal. Given that I want to capture them, I'm going to send my brawlers that have blunt weapons to go do with that. And in fact, I'll have Wendy use her skip powers as well. And then for the rest of them, I don't really care. So, Yolanda Little is a Hussar. I'm going to try to chop her legs off. Where's... are you a Hussar? No, Neanderthal. Alright, Minnie, don't go towards the... Yep, you did. Did you get... No, you just got punched. Alright, so Yolanda's one of the Hussars. You're a Hussar too. Buffy. Don't fire at will. Or rather, you can, but just fire at Fleeb. So I'm just trying to kill the non-Hussars. Wow, there's so many Hussars in this fight. I'm trying to kill the ones that aren't valuable so that I have others to be able to capture. So I'm sending the mechs to, like, try to punch, because they're going to do the least damage. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.